This video is created to help teachers have an overview of the next unit of study. When students enter the Western Hemisphere Economics and Political Interaction unit, they have the opportunity to examine different economic systems and different forms of government. In addition, these ideas are given greater context as students view the modern-day economic components of nations in the Western Hemisphere and how places in the Western Hemisphere have developed politically and economically. Opportunity cost is the concept which is used to organize the planning template, while additional economic concepts of scarcity and cost and choice are significant in student learning. In civics, students explore learning related to understanding the purpose of government, and they also have opportunities to develop the concepts of power and authority, government, and citizenship. On this graphic, the right side is meant to represent a possible anchor chart contained within the classroom. Notice how I've placed all of the concepts for the unit at the top. I've included the big ideas and the organizing concepts. At the bottom, a teacher might choose a collection of essential questions that they want to explore with students throughout the unit of study. The examination of essential questions by students leads them towards the unit's conceptual understandings. Using a tool like this is at the heart of concept-based learning because the goal of concept-based teaching and learning involves facilitating learning experiences so students connect the facts and skills that they are learning back to the unit's concepts and essential questions. For the teacher, this happens through making artful choices about when and how to guide student learning back to the unit's concepts and essential questions. It is these opportunities that allow students to make sense of and deepen their learning. Such opportunities might include turn-in talks, class discussions, or writing to learn reflection tasks such as quick writes. The first organizing concept in this unit, opportunity cost, is associated with economics. Opportunity cost implies that people and nations have choices. When one choice is made, the next best alternative is the opportunity cost. Within the context of this unit, students examine the characteristics of traditional, command, market, and mixed economic systems, and then learn about economics within nations in the Western Hemisphere. In addition, the personal financial literacy standards are embedded into this unit as students consider the idea of financial well-being. This plays out within the unit by asking students to think about how individuals and nations make economic choices to improve financial well-being. The choices of individuals and nations are the same, and they involve saving, spending, and investing. As students explore this organizing concept, they will identify characteristics of different economic systems, analyze how specialization and interdependence are related to economic systems. They'll apply economic reasoning, such as opportunity cost, incentives, impact of scarcity, and goal setting, and students will compare the choices that individuals and nations make related to financial well-being. The other organizing concept, purpose of government, is linked to civics. Purpose of government exposes students to the question of, why do we have government? In their 5th grade studies of the U.S. Constitution, students gained a sense of how past ideas influenced our nation's beliefs about government, and how our nation's founders answered the question, why do we have government? Which resulted in the United States government. Our nation's governmental ideas are based on the notion that citizens are involved in defining the purpose of government in society. Within the context of this unit, students expand their knowledge and examine the inclusion or lack of citizen involvement and citizen input. As compared to our nation's democratic government, the opposite end of the spectrum is an authoritarian government where the liberty and influence of citizens can look and feel very different. Studying different forms of government over time throughout the Western Hemisphere, students begin to recognize that citizen input is and has been valued and considered in different ways. As students explore this concept, they will identify different forms of government, examine citizenship over time in different places, and examine political development over time in the Western Hemisphere due to people, events, and ideas. To support teachers in figuring out how to approach this unit, a document has been created with the title Unit Outline, a Possible Approach. This document lives among the Stage 3 support documents. This outline bundles together different Stage 1 learning goals to offer a possible approach for how teaching and learning might flow throughout the course of this unit. These bundles create 5 different chunks of learning. Notice how this tool is like a cover page, and each bundle can be examined in greater depth with the linked supporting document. Teachers will notice that some chunks include more learning goals than others, and teachers are encouraged to make thoughtful decisions about the time devoted to each chunk of learning. As a note, this is just one approach, and teachers are always open to use different approaches to address the Stage 1 learning goals for this unit. Last, teachers will notice links to various assessment documents that are meant to help teachers think about assessment throughout the course of the unit. As you explore the support that is available for this unit, the following resources are important to highlight. Again, look for the unit outline, a possible approach. In addition, assessment ideas exist, and those can be located at the bottom of the unit outline or within Stage 2 assessment evidence. Next, you'll notice that the unit has many resource bundles. These bundles have been established because they focus on common content and allow you, the teacher, to decide what resources would best support your students in learning content. There's a document titled Blank Maps of the Western Hemisphere, which contains links to a number of outline maps that can be printed and used in the classroom by students. Finally, there are 2 documents that show alignment of pages within the My World Geography Western Hemisphere textbook to economics content and the government or political development over time content. If you haven't done so already, teachers are encouraged to join your 6th grade social studies group on Jeffco Schoology. To join this group, you'll need the access code listed at the bottom of this slide. This group allows me to share professional opportunities and offer insights or snippets of information about units of study as you progress throughout the year. Plus, if you have questions about the unit or its goals, you have the opportunity to engage in professional dialogue so you can become more knowledgeable and comfortable with your social studies instruction. This collaboration and discussion across the school district is absolutely essential to better learning for students. Thanks for watching. I hope this has been helpful.